Hey, Mandy Evill here again, founder and performance and mindset coach here at the Infinite Mind Company. So I'm here today to talk to you about creating and having a winning mindset. And actually, what does that mean? Having a winning mindset. Listen, we all want to win. We all want to create better and new results for ourselves. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't win when I was at school. And in fact, in all of my schools, from my infant through to my junior, through to my senior in high school, I didn't win. I really didn't win. And in fact, not only did I not win, I gave up. So it's taken me some years to create for myself a winning mindset, but I have that now, and it's some things that I want to teach you and how to create a winning mindset. Because here's the thing, it depends what winning means for you as well. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like for me, it's now winning is creating the results that I want in life, in business, in relationships, in finance, in my health and my well-being. It's creating the results that I want, rather than I don't want, or rather than for just settling, because so many people just settle for where they are and what they've got. And we don't have to do that, guys. We really don't. So I want to lay out just a few principles here on creating a winning mindset. Now, the first one is to stay open. You've got to have an open mind, and you've got to have a growth mindset. You have to be prepared to think and be open to receive beyond your current knowledge, the current learning that you have. And I know for myself that I got to a point in my life just before I started doing this work. I was been in personal development for over 20 years now, and I got to a stage where I had leveled off, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't get to the next level, even though I'd got all this personal development tools and NLP and hypnotherapy, you name it, I'd done it, but I still got stuck, couldn't understand it. And then when I discovered my mentor, the late Bob Proctor, and I had the opportunity to work literally side by side with him and start to teach. I was learning and teaching some of, or all of his material, to be fair, and that's what I do now. I was quite arrogant in thinking, been in the industry for 15 years, even though I got stuck. I was still quite arrogant, thinking, I know this stuff. And my mind wasn't open. And this is the point that I'm saying. My mind wasn't open to learn new information. I thought I knew it, even though my results and my circumstances were really clear that, Mandy, you'd burnt out. You need to know something new and something different. I was still relying on old behaviors. So this is what I say when I say have an open mind. We are infinite beings. We truly are. I mean, that's something that I really believe fundamentally about each and every person on this planet. We are infinite beings. We have infinite spirit within us, if you like, or consciousness, or whatever you want to call that essence of the creative matter. It's infinite, and so we too are infinite, and therefore there is no end to what we can learn, what we can create through our own self, through our own thinking. So if we're infinite, there is infinite knowledge out there that can support, that can help us. And here's the thing, the more that we are open to new learning, the more that we do this, the more our level of awareness will open. And as our level of awareness opens, so does our world, so does our environment, so do our results. And that's what we want. So this is when we're talking about a winning mindset, it's like, it's growth. We as human beings, we have this innate desire in us to want to expand. Why? Because infinite intelligence is expanding, and infinite intelligence is in us. So we do have this innate desire for growth and expansion and better circumstances and results and fulfillment, feeling fulfilled. And that's really important, because you can have some great results. I work with a lot of people, and some people come to me because they have great results in their business. They're doing, multiple six figures. They're just on the cusp of seven figures, doing really, really well. But actually inside here, they're not feeling fulfilled. And that fulfillment is so important. But we have to have an open mind. We have to stay open to continue our learning. So we want to study, okay? You want to learn, you want to study, you want to read, and you want to apply whatever it is you're learning and apply whatever it is you're reading into your life, okay? So that's number one, stay open. So the next thing is, you've got to be prepared to relearn, all right? And that's what I did. So I thought I had learned everything there was to learn, and I kind of, I know who I am and I know the way I behave, but excuse me, but hang on a minute, I'm actually not where I want to be. So we have to be prepared to relearn, because we have within us we have paradigms. Bob always used to call them paradigms. I call them automatic pilot. We have an automatic pilot. We have a certain way of how we behave, a certain way of our thinking habits, of what we believe, and our thinking and our beliefs translate into our behaviors. They translate into our habits. They translate into our actions that we take. And you know that between 94 and 98% of the actions that we take in any one day is automatic, because it's programmed. It's a program that we have in our subconscious mind, and it's our subconscious mind that really, truly creates the results that we want. So we have to be willing to unlearn the behaviors, unlearn the thinking patterns that we've always had, unlearn those beliefs. Listen, a belief is just a thought that you've had over and over and over again, and it's solidified. It's become a truth, and as a truth, it's become a reality, and we live that reality out. Okay, so we've got to be prepared to unlearn and relearn. Okay, unlearn and relearn. We need to be able to raise our level of awareness. And when we do that, that's why, again, my mentor, Bob Proctor, he read one book for over 60 years, Think and Grow Rich. Not only did it transform his life, it transformed the lives of millions of people through him. And what happens is that when you see, repetition is the mother of all learning. I say that multiple times. I repeat it many, many times, because it's the mother of all learning. It just is. And we can read something once, and then when we read it again, we see something that we didn't see before. And then we keep reading that. That's what happens. And then we keep solidifying new ideas and new thoughts into and reprogramming our subconscious mind. And you can read, and I know I have gone back to a book. I might have read it multiple times and studied it. And I go back maybe 6 months later and pick it up again. It's like, whoa, I read the same. It's like, whoa, I didn't see that. And because why? Because it hits us in a different place. As our awareness opens, we get a different perspective. We're raising our vibration. So things on this vibration, we're on this vibration. But when we raise our vibration, and we do that through relearning, and when we do that, other things on a different vibration, same words, but different vibration, hits us in a different way. It's just phenomenal. It's amazing. And it actually works like quite like magic. Okay. So we've got to be open. Okay. So number 2 is be prepared to relearn new habits, new ways of thinking, and new beliefs. Okay. So, So one thing is, like, as we're raising our level of awareness, it's really interesting. And Bob used to say this to us all the time. He used to say, like, people only earn 100,000 a year because they don't know how to earn 100,000 a month. Isn't that interesting? You see, and it's a level of awareness. You see, whatever money you're earning per annum, you're earning that because you don't know how to earn it. You haven't got the awareness and the understanding, that awareness, because with understanding comes a greater level of awareness and a higher vibration. You don't know how to earn it in a month. And it's all in opening up. It's all in the relearning. So there's number 2, relearning. Number 3, okay, I put this as number 3. Most people would put it as number 1, but I put it as number 3. You've got to know where you're going, okay? Now, I speak to a lot of people, and I'm always asking them, what do you want? And they will say, 9 times out of 10, there's multiple things that people will say, but 9 times out of 10, something that they'll say is financial freedom. So it's like, okay, great, but that's not very specific. And financial freedom for you could be well different from financial freedom for me. So financial freedom for one person is not the same. It's very subjective. So you've got to be clear what you want. You've got to. It's like if you're going on holiday. You could say that I'm going to America. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to China. You know, you could pick any continent, but actually, whereabouts? You know, you could go to the very coast and you're there. But that's not really what you mean, is it? You're actually going to a particular place. And we want to know, you've got to get very specific about where you're going, rather than just, you know, China in general. Whereabouts in China? Are you going to the Great Wall? Which bit of the Great Wall are you going to? You know, if you're going to Europe, which country are you going to? Which city are you going to? You've got to know exactly where you're going. And listen, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter where you are going. It's your choice. You get to make the call. So you get to make the decision on that. So, so be clear and specific, because if you're not clear and specific about where it is you want to go and what your goal is, it's like, and we teach, one of the things that we teach the Infinite Mind is how to create a very specific goal, but not just specific. It's a goal that's going to get you raising your vibration, raising your level of awareness. It's going to get you to grow beyond, way beyond where you are now. And the key to it, and this doesn't make sense, the key to it is you don't know how to get there. All right? So you've got to know where you're going, but you don't have to know how to get there. It's one of the things that we teach in, that doesn't make sense, does it? It's like, that just doesn't make sense. But know where you're going, but you don't need to know how to get there, because the how to get there will actually open up. So again, it's like I said, it's one of the things that we teach. So number 3 is know where you are going. All right, for a winning mindset. You know, if you look at the great winners, you know, in business, in industry, in sport, in the arts, they all know where they're going. They all know what they want specifically. Okay, they all know their destination. You know, whether it's an Oscar or whether it's an award of some sort, or whether it's a certain amount of turnover in their business, they all know. So you've got to know where you're going. That's number 3. Now, number 4 for a winning mindset is you've got to stay the course. Okay, you've got to stay the course. Most people will give up when it becomes challenging, when it becomes difficult, and when it becomes not as easy as they thought it would be. One of the, again, what we tend to teach in the Infinite Mind is actually the hard work is not so much the physical hard work, but it's the mental. So we teach how to use the mental tools that you have already at your fingertips, so to speak, in your mind, and how to use them more effectively. Because when you use them more effectively, then things begin to ease up. Things begin to flow to you. You begin to flow to them. And actually creating results, and the results that you want, becomes less stressful. There's less worry and doubt about it. We're following principles that govern us, you know, universal principles that govern our very being. So, So don't give up. You know, you've got to stay the course. It's easy to say don't give up when it feels like the going is tough. But you've got to stay the course. And I know that persistence, Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, he talked about persistence as, he talks about it as it's what carbon is to steel. It gives it that strength. And persistence, you know, it takes something. It's persistence is like, because sometimes every bone in your body, every thought in your mind is saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But actually, a winning mindset, we're developing those intrinsic skills that you have and the abilities and the tools that you have in your mind right now to strengthen them. You know, we're strengthening them. They're like muscles. You know, you go to a gym and you pick up weights to strengthen your muscles, but you've got muscles in your mind that you can use. So you've got to be persistent, okay? You've got to seek out failure. It's okay to fail. It's okay if there's this big challenge in front of you and it's like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't know how I'm going to do, I don't know how I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter. You just got to go for it. You've got to give it a go. You've got to do your best. Listen, when you do your best in any given moment, you're a winner. That's what winning is. When you do your best, you want to write this down, guys. If you do your best in any given moment, you're a winner. You've got a winning mindset. You're giving your best. You're giving it your best shot. Okay? And that's all it takes with a bit of persistence. So don't worry about failing. Failing is just part of it's part of the course. You know, it's like if you look at babies when they start to walk, they don't get up and walk one day. They get up, they fall down, they get up, they fall down, they get up, they try, they fall down again. And then finally, you know, they're running around all over the place causing a nuisance. So that's us. We want to take a leaf out the baby's book, you know. Don't give up. Be persistent. Stay the course. The longer you stay the course, I promise you, okay, regardless of failures. Failure is just, you know, people say failure is an opportunity in disguise. Well, it actually is. I mean, that's a whole nother video that we've done on how to look at failure. There's a 4-step process that takes you through failure on a very, very, very positive note. It keeps your vibration right up here. But we've done that on another video. But so don't worry about failure. We all have it. I've been through it. Every successful person's been through it. Every failed athlete has been through failure. Every failed business person has been through every winning athlete, every winning business person, they've all been through failure. Okay, so it's something that we've got to learn to accept, learn to be with, and not take it personally. All right, we've got to give up taking that whole thing personally. All right, so the challenges are there. That if you fail, don't worry about it. And if you win it, that's great too. You win both ways. A winning mindset, guys, a winning mindset will have you say to yourself, whatever happens, you win. And when you have that level of winning mindset, you know, you're going to win more often than not. That's for sure. So 4 steps for winning mindset. Stay open to new experiences, stay open to new information, stay open to new ideas, okay, and seek those out. Be prepared to unlearn. Be prepared to unlearn all the things that you thought you knew, all the things that you thought you believed, all the comfortable routines that you've always used and had that have got you to a certain level now. Be prepared to unlearn those. Number 3, know where you're going. Okay, know exactly which star. You know, when they say reach for the stars or reach for the moon and you'll get a star, reach for the star. Know which one you're going for. You know, your GPS. You know, when you set your GPS in your car, you don't randomly say a city. You know the road you want to go to. You know the exact address. That's what you want to put in here. Okay, so know where you're going. And stay the course. Lastly, stay the course. Keep going. I know when I ran, I did a marathon several years ago now. Never done a marathon before, ever. But I decided to do it because I thought I couldn't do it. So it's like, I want to show myself that I can. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to give it a go. So I've got myself a trainer. Whenever I'm going for something big, I always have a trainer, a guide, or a coach. So I've got myself a trainer, and I ran it. I did it. I trained for, I think, probably 7 or 8 months for it. Trained every day, had 1 day off a week. But I remember, the last 10K of a marathon, certainly of my marathon, I was beat. I was completely beat. It was like, I don't know how I'm going to finish this. But here's the thing. I knew that I would. And that's what I kept telling myself. I knew that I would. I'm going to stay the course, stay the course. I'm going to stay the course. I knew if I stopped running, I wasn't running very fast, okay? I was a jog. And I knew if I went into a walk, because I ran the whole thing, if I went into a walk, I would never start running again. I wouldn't be able to get that momentum going, okay? So keep that momentum going. And I did it. And I did it in under 5 hours, which was my target. So stay the course, keep it going, okay? Keep going, because you can. We never know how far we can go until we keep going that little bit extra. So stay the course. So guys, that's a winning mindset. All right. Now, if you want to know more about a winning mindset, then come and see us at our website. We've probably got the link either in a comment, or we've probably got the link in my bio. If you're ready to create some extraordinary results, maybe you already have, but you're ready to take yourself to the next level. Okay. If that's you, you want some guidance, and I totally recommend that you have guidance. All right. 100%, especially when it comes to the mind. Then come and see us. Come and check us out. Come and check out what we do. Come and check out our programs, and book in a call. Either myself or one of our team. Always happy to talk to you. So until next time. Okay. Bye for now.